Hi everybody. How are you guys? I hope you guys are all good. I wanted to make this video because this is truly what I believe happened to Kiely Rodni. Okay? Now, are we ever going to get any proof? I don't know. But after going through everything over and over again, I mean, a lot of you know I've been on this case since the very beginning. I've been on this case since before a lot of other creators wanted to jump on it. I have fought for justice for Kiely. I have fought for justice and truth in this case. And I have done the best that I can. Now, after going over everything again, this is what I believe happened to Kiely. I believe that Kiely was... Alright, let me start here. The Lost Trail Lodge, okay? I believe, because I had talked to locals, and I was told that mostly the lodge is only used for private parties, people who rent out the lodge, mostly, okay? Now, I believe that the lodge had specific visitors that would come a couple of times a year for certain things, alright? I believe Lindsay knew exactly what she was doing when all of this happened. I believe that Kiely was hurt by members of this lodge, or not members, but by people who came. I believe it started when she was 7 years old. I believe that because that is the year that she started to bathe outside. She refused to bathe inside. I believe it started when she was 7. I believe her mother looked the other way because she could use the money. I also believe that Lindsay had a darkness inside for Kiely. I believe that Lindsay let this happen. And I believe Lindsay did it for money. I believe that's why Kiely's relationship with her mother was strained. And that's why Lindsay has zero emotion. That's truly what I believe. I believe Sammy, it was her job to make sure that the car got taken care of. I believe it was also Samantha's job to come out and be a huge distraction. I think it was all a big distraction to take our eyes off of the lodge and Lindsay. I do not believe her father knows about this. I think he is, just knows the same story that we know. Right? But I believe that this happened at the lodge. I believe that's why Kiely worked so hard to graduate early and to get out of that place. I do believe that. I also believe that that is what she is referring to in her song. I believe that's why she, twice a year, got really depressed, cut herself, and just had these bad thoughts. I believe it's because years and years and years of taking abuse at the hands of people who paid to go to the lodge. I believe that's what happened to Kiely. And like I said, I believe it started when she was 7 years old, when she started showing signs and refused to bathe inside. I believe Lindsay knew and did absolutely nothing about it. I believe the cops were paid off to let this go as an accident. I believe that 100%. I believe that they were paid off by somebody with a lot of money and somebody that is responsible for doing this to Kiely throughout the years. I believe this whole accident narrative was pushed out here to take all eyes off of the lodge. And I think all these kids, all these teens that came out and everybody was looking at them with these suspicions, I believe that was all for a reason. Now, I believe 100% that Samantha knows and was in on this with Lindsay. I believe that she moved up in their community. I believe the celebration of life that they had was not for Kiely. I believe that was for Sammy and for Lindsay. That's what I believe. It hurts my heart every day that I think about Kiely and the injustice that has been done to her. And I do think about this every day. Not a day goes by that I do not think about this girl and her and the justice that she deserves that she is not getting. I do believe that certain other people in her family knew about this and just didn't say anything about it. Okay? But I do not believe her father is one of them. But I think that night, and I don't think it was on the night of the party. I think the party was all a big distraction to get people to look in the wrong direction. I just think Prosser is where the car was placed at the end of the story, right? I believe this happened to her at the lodge. And I believe Samantha drove her car to where they stashed it until it was time to dump it, which is where she got the whole passenger seat thing. I believe that this happened to Kiely at the lodge. I believe that the 911 call from the gated community was a female who was flipping out because of what had happened, and she needed to dump that car. And I believe that female was Samantha. Okay? Because she was panicking. Because she knew she needed to get rid of that car. She needed to hide it somewhere until it was time to dump it. I believe that's why why Lindsay and Jagger were so pissed off at AWP for coming into town, because they knew that there was a chance that she was going to be found. And they were mad. And they didn't want that. Right? But they paid, the cops were paid off. So they were all going to push this accident theory. And I know a lot of people think that she was trafficked, and I had gone back and forth in my mind about that many, many times. But I don't think that's the case here. I think that she was going to leave. I think her and Lindsay got into a fight that day. I think that she was planning on leaving, and she told her mother that she was going to leave and that she was never coming back. And I believe she told her that she was taking all her secrets with her. And I believe that that's when this plan came into motion on what was going to happen to Kiely. I believe that's why they faked the last known photo of her and wouldn't give out the video or the store that it came from. Because I don't believe that was Kiely. Okay? I think at that point, she was already gone. And I really do think that. I wanted to share these thoughts with you guys because I don't think you'll find anybody that was, how do I want to put this, that this just clung on to more than me. Okay? I worked my ass off to try to figure out what had happened to this girl. My ass off. And after all of these months later, still to have no proof of this, I mean, I have, there's tons. I've got 100 videos on Kiely. Go back. Watch my videos. There's tons of circumstantial evidence that all lead up to this. Okay? And I'm going to And you can see for yourself. You know, I was like, I'm going to make an upload. I'm going to tell them what I think. I'm not going to pull up all this stuff. If you want it, go look for it. It's there. Everything that I'm talking about is there. I believe that Lindsay was accepted into the community and that Sammy was a member of this community and that the celebration of life was for Samantha, Lindsay, and their coming up in the community, should we say. That's why Lindsay hugged Samantha, I believe, is to say, we did it. We're almost done. We're almost over the finish line. Thank you for having my back. And I believe that nobody there had Kiely's. This makes total sense to me. And this is what I think happened. These are my honest, 100% honest thoughts. And I wanted to share them with you guys. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I love you guys. Stay strong, stay healthy, stay safe. Keep asking those hard questions and keep spreading that light. I'll see you next time.